The decision that I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option.
What went wrong? I don't know. Something happened that made Meghan think this is not for me. I've talked to a lot of people over the last few weeks and asked them what they think's wrong, and everybody says Meghan.
Harry and Meghan made the shocking announcement that they were quitting their royal duties.
I was shocked, but not surprised, if that makes sense, because quite honestly, it's been looking that way for a while, you know.
Though there had been signs that Prince Harry and Meghan were planning to leave the royal family, no one expected them to carry out their plans so quickly. Everyone, and especially Prince William, felt betrayed when his beloved brother left him to continue the royal responsibilities alone.
I have made for my wife and I to step back is not one I made lightly. It was so many months of talks after so many years of challenges. And I know I haven't always gotten it right, but as far as this goes, there really was no other option.
They always saw Harry as the jovial prince, and this sudden move shocked everyone. The reaction inside the royal household was filled with both sadness and surprise. The first person to respond was King Charles. As both a father and a monarch, he was deeply upset. He was angry that Harry did not consult him before making such a bold decision, but even more than the anger, there was sadness. Imagine watching your son on live television announcing that he has walked away from the family. Charles felt the pain of losing not just his son's presence, but also the unity of the family.
He may have exploded when he heard that, but I'm sure he's so disappointed. And I think when I look the way that family was, when I remember it when Harry lived at Kensington Palace, and it was the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge and Prince Harry's charities, and they would all together, you know, go out and support mental health in young people. They would all go out and work with sick children. And now he doesn't talk to his brother. He can't even bother to tell the Queen what he's doing.
When he remembered how he had walked Meghan down the aisle to meet Harry on their wedding day, it made him even more frustrated. That gesture was to show Meghan that she was truly accepted into the family. But after their sudden exit, he felt betrayed. He also worried about their financial future. How would they survive without royal funding? Charles cared for Harry deeply, but the distance between father and son only widened after this. Charles himself had faced years of public criticism. He still does, but he never walked away. He endured and tried to rebuild his reputation over time. For him, Harry choosing to leave instead of staying to face the challenges was both striking and heartbreaking. Even the Queen. She was not told in advance about Harry's decision to leave, and this caused her pain and frustration. The Queen adored Harry deeply. She even accepted Meghan for him. He was seen as her favorite grandson, the one she gave the most access to without any restrictions.
From the outside looking in, it wasn't just Prince Harry who had this jovial relationship with his grandma. In the early days, she seemed to be laughing and joking with Meghan, and they seemed to have a bond.
She even appeared with him in the Invictus Games promo video, something she never did for other royals.
Careful what you wish for.
Oh, really? Please.
So, when Harry left without informing her, it was heartbreaking. Because of their closeness, the Queen took the decision as a personal blow. After that, the easy access Harry once had to her was cut off. He could no longer pop in and out whenever it suited him. It was clear. He was either royal or he wasn't.
And if you can't fit into this family, and as I said earlier, it isn't easy, probably it's best they do go.
The Queen valued duty above all else, and watching her grandson step away from an institution she had dedicated her entire life to was painful. Still, in her official statement, she showed grace by emphasizing that Harry, Meghan, and Archie would always be much-loved members of the royal family. But privately, it was said she was disappointed that they announced it on social media before consulting her. Prince William's reaction was perhaps the most emotional. He broke down when he realized his brother was leaving. William and Harry were not just brothers, they were best friends. They played football together, laughed endlessly, and stood side by side through every storm, especially after losing their mother. Their bond had always been unbreakable.
You know, that's one of the biggest shocks of all, because those brothers were very, very, very close. I can remember playing football together, really steaming into each other with tackles, laughing. I can remember wrestling them each other. They were just really, really close. I remember.
So when Harry walked away, William felt abandoned. They had once vowed to carry out their royal duties side by side, and now William was left to shoulder the responsibilities alone.
That's wrong, you know, because he was there. He once saying he was there to support his brother, and he's not doing it anymore. He's leaving.
It was described as one of the greatest shocks to the royal family because the brothers had always been inseparable, and now that bond appeared broken. Their relationship was strained as William put royal duty above everything else, while Harry chose personal happiness over responsibility. This angered William, who cared deeply about the monarchy's image and unity. He even told friends he could no longer embrace Harry like he used to. Their once close bond cooled dramatically. The royal family as a whole was hurt and disappointed. They felt Harry had turned his back on the very people who supported him through his life and stood by him during his darkest times. Meghan and Harry's decision to move forward without consulting them was viewed as a betrayal. The public's reaction was equally powerful. Many were not happy with the decision and felt let down. Harry had been adored as the fun-loving prince, the soldier who served his country, and the man who brought joy to royal events. Suddenly, he was gone. People struggled to understand the change. Meghan blamed it on the media and racism, but the public blamed Meghan.
And Catherine especially, they made such an effort to show the whole world their new baby. But I mean, I say this, but Harry's baby, Archie, was almost teething before we found out it was born, you know. I mean, it was, we were led to believe that she was gone into labour at 2 o'clock when the baby had been born many hours earlier. We were led to believe it was going to be a home birth, and it was at a hospital.
Unlike William and Kate, who had followed royal traditions with the birth of their children, Meghan and Harry chose to shut out key moments. They limited public access and avoided the traditions people had come to expect, despite taxpayer money funding parts of their lifestyle. Ordinary people began to feel the couple wanted all the privileges of royalty without the accountability that came with it.
And Catherine especially, they made such an effort to show the whole world their new baby. But I mean, I say this, but Harry's baby, Archie, was almost teething before we found out it was born, you know. I mean, it was, we were led to believe that she was gone into labour at 2 o'clock when the baby had been born many hours earlier. We were led to believe it was going to be a home birth, and it was at a hospital.
There was also fear for Harry's future. He had once been celebrated as a national hero who created the Invictus Games and proudly represented his country.
You know, he's done so much for this country. He went to war. He's brought the Invictus Games into a national event now, honouring these servicemen that were injured. What he's done for Well Child, what he's done for the Centre Bali in Lesotho. I remember going there with him. I remember going to a night school there with him.
People worried that by leaving, he would fade into the background, out of sight and out of mind, missing from cherished events like Trooping the Colour and Remembrance Sunday. In the end, no one was truly happy about Prince Harry's decision to step away so soon after marrying Meghan. The reactions from the Queen, Charles, William, and the public spoke volumes about the heartbreak his choice left behind. Now it's your turn. How did you feel when you heard the announcement that Prince Harry would be leaving the royal family? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you in the next video.